those moments. All right. Hello, everybody. We are so excited to be back with you today. And my name is Allison Mancini. I'm a holistic nutritionist, and I'm here with my amazing co-host.
Oh, thanks for calling me amazing. I'm Julietta, the magical PT, and I'm amazing because you're amazing.
Thank you. We make each other amazing.
Welcome to all of our amazing listeners of the Voices of the Goddess podcast, where we empower, inspire, and uplift women to become the goddess that they were meant to be.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop. So, goddesses all have big, bold goals.
We do.
And you and I were talking, it's funny, we both share the same big, bold goal right now for hopefully to be accomplished by the end of this year.
If not sooner.
Yeah, it could be sooner too. We got a lot to figure out. But the cool part is that we have the same goal. Like we can help each other achieve it and be accountability partners together.
Well, and the really cool part too is that we're doing a mastermind group on big, bold goals, but that's another side note. But yeah, so our goal separately and together is that we are creating online courses, each of us in our own little worlds. So we are going to buckle down and get this done in the next few months and be accountable to one another and keep each other motivated and support and uplift and empower one another.
Absolutely. And the cool thing about online courses is, I've been a PT for 30 years now. Don't tell anyone. I was like 12 when I graduated from PT school or something. Anyway, but now I'm super proud of being a 53-year-old woman. So we'll just put that out there. But one of the things is practicing as a physical therapist, I touch people one person as at a time. You as a nutritionist would touch one person at a time. And people are like, you need to help more people. You need to help more people. And flash forward into the future, there's this thing called the internet where people can access all kinds of knowledge and information. So the exciting part about creating these online courses is that we can help more people than what we can working live. So it's exciting out there.
And that too is because, everyone, we as women, and our guest, I'm sure when she joins us can agree, we're all super busy. We're doing a lot of amazing things. And so making it accessible so that women can get the information that they want on their time frame when they have the time that has the flexibility, but also ties in the accountability, right? Because we all need that accountability with each other. So yeah, I'm excited about our courses. We're going to have to beta test them for each other or something. I don't know.
I'll take my course if you take yours.
There you go. We'll trade on courses. Oh, it's so exciting. And speaking of, our mastermind starts next week. So that'll be really exciting.
It does. It seems like forever ago that we decided we were going to do it. And it's a few days away till we start. So exciting stuff. And go ahead.
Can you read that?
You look powerful today. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm powerful today and every day.
Every day. That's right. That's right.
Cool. So are we ready to bring our guest on?
I think so. I'm excited to meet her because I have never met her. So I'm excited to meet her because it looks amazing and fascinating what she does. So yeah.
All right. We're going to bring her on.
Hello.
Welcome, Galiya. She is so fabulous. So, Galiya, can you please introduce yourself to our audience? Tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. And thank you so much, ladies, for inviting me. It's such an honor to be here with you. And want to acknowledge you for doing what you do, because nothing like that, in my opinion, to have women come together, to empower each other. That's just amazing. I wish there would be more of that in our world. And my name is Galiya, and I'm one of your teammates, per se. I'm creating some magic also for women. I'm a dance coach and a woman empowerment and happiness coach. And I've done a lot of trainings over years. Took a lot of courses. I traveled, did different things. I get to the point when I was like, okay, I think I know what it is to be happy. The answers become simpler than I thought. But yes, here I am. And today I'm helping other women to see their true power and shine it outside and stop searching for something outside of them and understand everything is within.
I love that. So what kind of dance coach? I'm curious.
So I started, basically, I was a business person. Dancing was just like my hobby, one of many hobbies that I have. And at some point, I realized that business career is not no longer too much is attracting me, And I realized I want to be successful as wife, as mother in the future, and I want to be someone who does something different in the world. So I started by opening a dance studio teaching salsa and bachata. But at that moment also, I was going deeper in the spiritual work, deeper and deeper and deeper, more than ever. And then I realized that I can connect too. I can connect coaching and dancing.
Yeah.
Today, the product that I created is called Dance Therapy. So with dancing it out, everything that doesn't serve us, everything that's stuck in our body, and there's many different practices that I connect with meditation, with journaling. I have a bunch of different techniques, and my work is very individual. So it depends on what is the request of the woman. And then we're working on them becoming more open, balancing chakras, being open to the world and expressing and really showing who you are in the world and dancing through life.
That's incredible. Okay, so how did you two meet? Because I'm like, wait a second, how do you guys know each other? Because you have so many similarities. Like, first of all, I know that Julieta used to love to salsa and did it often. And you guys have all the like energy and the healing and all that in common. So how did you guys meet each other?
We met through gratitude training.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
And yes. This is not a promotion.
No, you guys know, like I've met some of the most fabulous people through her knowing them through gratitude training. So that's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was good stuff. But I will say, so a while back, Galiya offered one of her salsa classes. She advertised it as a beginning salsa class. And I was like, I'm not a beginning salsa dancer. Why am I going to take this class? But I'm like, but Galiya's special. And there were a couple other people that were like, come. It was the most fantastic salsa class I ever went to. And had like, she just did so much different than what anybody else does. And one of the exercises that she had, like had me have a total breakthrough in dancing, because me as a powerful woman, no one's going to tell me what to do. But when you're dancing, the man leads, the woman follows. And I'm like horrible at following. And like, that would always be the complaint of whoever I was dancing with. Follow me. And she had us do this exercise where we were blindfolded. We couldn't see who we were dancing with. And I was finally able to just let go and trust and let the gentleman lead the dance. And it was such a cool feling. So forever grateful for that experience, Galiya.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the things also that I do. I coach couples, not only ladies, I coach couples to dance together, because I truly believe as you do one thing, you do everything. So if you're fighting with your partner constantly when you dance and you say, I said step with your left, I said listen to a teacher, I said this is not the right music, like, come on, let's be honest here. That means there's other areas when you're doing the same thing to your partner, and then you're surprised, like, why are we not romantic? Why he doesn't love me? Why he doesn't bring me flowers? Like, why he's supposed to if you keep fighting with him, like in every single point of your life, guys, together. And that's a beautiful analogy. Like salsa, it's not really salsa, it's about life. So for women, you need to relax and follow your lead. And for lead, they need to have their power back. And I'm from a very traditional country, I'm from Kazakhstan, where man is a power, woman is a follow. in a best way possible, in my opinion, culturally, and there's no such thing like something is falling off of it. And I found that this message is important for me to bring to the United States, because I've noticed a lot of women being too independent to the point when they cannot trust or surrender to a man. And that's what men crave, that's all they want.
That was majorly deep. I love it. It's awesome.
So, and I think like there's too much in our culture here that like women don't realize that we're actually gaining our power by doing that. Like they think it's us giving our power away, and it's not that at all. But like that could be an entire topic of multiple podcasts. Too much to go into right now, but I just wanted to say that because just from experience, and I know you've posted some things in the past about it on social media, that I see a lot of the women just like revolting on that and getting so upset. And it's, and I could talk forever about this, but a lot of this goes back to, we have created such an imbalance that, it's the negative masculine is what's dominating the world right now. And if we can truly bring in the sacred feminine energy, that will heal the masculine energy that's out there. And we can create this beautiful harmony that's in the world. Mm-hmm. But, everyone wants to blame men for the masculinity that's out there. But part of the reason it's out there is because the women are fighting with masculine energy back at it. And so we need to bring the feminine energy back to this planet so that it can heal. And I will step off my soapbox right now so we can dive into the commercials. Not the commercials, the questions. So
I get so excited.
Anyway, first question for you, Galiya. What is your superpower?
To be honest, it was a hard choice for me to make, so I'm gonna tell you about two of them. One is hugs. I really love hugging people, and in a gratitude, we do that a lot. And even gratitude people were saying like, I love Galiya's hugs. At some point I was like, should I make it a business already? Kidding. Like,
hey, I've thought about it too, because I get that response a lot. Like, hugs are the best thing in the world. I grew up in a really huggy family, and I'm like, when you're gonna hug someone, like hug them. Like when you hug someone and they're like, like
I hate that.
And I'm like,
that's
what?
The worst when they hug.
It is the worst. You gotta go all in with it. So huggers unite.
Exactly. I call myself a hug dealer.
That's awesome. A hug dealer.
And like, I can't wait to see you in person again, Galiya, so we can get a real good hug.
Oh my God, please, I would love that. And the second one, of course, is dancing, because I feel there's nothing like that for me. When I'm dancing, I feel like I'm in a different dimension completely. And I
see that in you.
Really? Thank you. I feel like that's my dimension. That's like I'm in the right place in the right time, and that's just a pure connection to the source and right in that moment, and everything else is just not existing.
When this post goes live on social media, we need to put in the comments a link to one of your videos of you dancing, because it's beautiful, extraordinary.
Are they on YouTube, Galiya?
Yeah, there's few on YouTube. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go check it out.
I will send you the link.
Yay! That would be awesome.
I hope you will enjoy it.
I will. My daughter, who's 22 now, she was a competitive dancer. So she danced all the, she did ballet, jazz, tap, hip hop, lyrical, all that stuff. And I was a classical ballerina myself. So I love dance. Like, I love dance.
Oh my God. I have so much respect for ballerinas because it's such a hard work.
Yeah. Well, I gave up in high school, so I didn't get that far. So. but I still love it. Like now I've just transitioned to yoga. So for me, my ballet is now yoga because it has a lot of the same, it feels the same in my head to me in some ways. So I really enjoy it. And there's not so much pressure. There's a lot of pressure in ballet to be perfect. Yeah. And that was part of the reason that I stopped, because the pressure to be perfect is so extreme in that type of dance. It was just really stressful.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not fun like salsa.
Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I love this style of dancing, and I want to teach everyone, because it's like so simple to learn, and it's so much fun. It's incredible. It's incredible, and that's why it's called social dancing. So you don't have to be perfect. You know the basic step. You know how to dance. You know.
Right. And now, is that something that you're able to do? And are you teaching in person right now, dance, or not?
I do. Okay.
Good.
I mostly teach privately because the work is really very individual.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Question number 2.
Question number 2 is, what is your favorite book or the book that has most influenced your life?
Again, if you don't mind, I'll share 2 of them. One of them, it's 4 Agreements.
Yes, agreed.
Actually, I need to reread that again, I believe. And the second one is The Way of the Superior Man.
Oh, not heard of that one before.
That was one of the books that was recommended to me. It was one of my mentors. And that's the book originally created for men. But there is so much juicy stuff for women to start understanding men better. I was shocked.
Allison told me I was reading a book written by a man for men to step up their game. And one of our trainers from Gratitude wrote it. So I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's so interesting because you learn more about men reading it, but so many of the messages are also completely relevant to anybody who's a human. You don't just have to be a man. So I'm curious about this one to check it out.
For sure.
It's amazing. It's really helpful, to look at the things from their perspective and how we can sometimes be like,
yeah, we are that way. About it. Yep. Interesting. I think I need to get that book. I've been married it'll be 28 years next month. So I need to, yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's beautiful.
It's not always been easy, but
of course,
it's been worth it though.
Oh,
yeah.
It's been worth it.
Things that are worth it are typically not easy. So.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Our next question, Galiya, is, what is your favorite self-care practice?
Self-care. I would say meditation. Maybe it's surprising because thinking about this question, I can say, to go to sauna, to do the massage. I love massages and all of that, but there's nothing like a good meditation when you just becoming so quiet within and you listening to yourself, then everything else in the life just unfolding. Like your nervous system is good, your relationships are good, what you want to eat, what do you want to do, and it's just incredible.
We're all meditators here, so we're all on board with you.
Julietta knows this, but I had a really crazy week of traveling last week, and I kind of got off my meditating, and I just meditated again this morning, and I was like, oh, like I wasn't even I was just a few minutes into it, and I'm like, and this is why I do this, because it really. Like for those of you that are listening, if you don't meditate or you've never meditated, it does take some time, and start out small. But once you kind of get into this groove of meditating, it is really so calming. Like you said, everything just kind of feels good. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, I agree.
And I also want to share something a little bit more about meditating. In my practice, I teach I teach people, because a lot of people still getting scared when you say meditate. It's like they're expecting now they have to dedicate like several hours, learn how to meditate, sit there by the beach and just look at the sky and stop thinking. This is just one way, but meditation really can be anything. You can be easily, and I have a course for women, that I give online. And that's one of the practices that I teach them for 2 weeks, to understand life as a way of meditation, dancing, eating, cooking, talking to people, healing your body. It's all about meditative state of life, state of mind,
I love that.
It can be very simple, like as a practice of like holding your phone and feeling your fingers being on your phone. You becoming very present in that very moment, You don't have to sit down for an hour holding your phone anymore when you see it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Even if I tell you now, ladies, okay, do you feel your body sitting on the chair?
Now I do.
Yes. And both of you for a second stopped right there and start to like feeling it.
Yeah. That's cool.
But for years I have said, like, when I am treating my clients, like, that is a state of meditation. So I do, depending on how many clients I treat in a day, like, I may spend hours and hours in a meditative state, because it's a different level of awareness and perception and reality. So yeah, you can find that meditative state in anything you're doing. I completely agree with you, Galiya. Nice.
And some of the ladies who's listening to that, again, if you think it's too complicated, you can even notice yourself if you enjoy. Some ladies enjoy doing laundries, believe it or not. Some enjoy cooking. That's meditation too. So when people think, oh, I don't know how to meditate, it's so complicated. No, it's not. You're doing it every day. And the moment you start doing it more consciously, it brings a lot of awareness and peace and joy into your life and your heart.
That's funny you say that. So years ago, my husband and I said, we've been married a long time and we've had difficult seasons of our marriage. And there was a season where we were really having a difficult time. And he was usually the one who always mowed the lawn. But during this time frame, I started mowing the lawn. And I have to tell you what, when I look back at it now, that literally was like a meditative time for me. It was something about the sound of the lawnmower and everything else. I can't hear anything else but that. And I'm just out in nature and focusing on what I'm doing. I actually started to enjoy mowing the lawn. Like, I looked forward to it because it was such a relaxing time for me. So I can see what you're saying. That's really cool. I've never thought of it that way, but yeah. There you go. So you can even meditate when you're mowing the lawn.
Exactly. Doing anything, really.
Yeah.
All right. Last question, Galiya. How do you create accountability in your life?
How do I create accountability? By making agreements with my partner, making agreements with my friends, and also just being honest. I think being honest is a big part of it. Be responsible for what I bring to the table, because sometimes it's very easy to judge someone. Oh, the weather, the government, favorite word nowadays, Corona, neighbors, whatever, you name it, It's so easy always to focus something outside. But accountability starts from yourself. It's a very interesting saying that says that the hardest time to keep your word to yourself, it's when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
When you have this inner agreement with yourself, when you say, okay, Julieta, you're not drinking coffee today. Okay, it's not good for you. I don't feel good. Please don't. And then you're like, okay, whatever. And you're having a coffee, like, nobody's going to see that, But accountability starts from you, from me, from being honest with yourself and keeping the word to yourself first.
Do you have children yet?
Not yet.
So make sure you teach your kids that at a young age.
Okay.
Mine are older. Mine are 24 and 22. And I think that's one of the most difficult things are that generation and younger is them understanding exactly what you just said. It's very, I think because things are just come to them so easy these days that they have a hard time with that. So it's really important.
Yeah. Thank you.
This was awesome.
Yeah, this was a lot. So it's takeaway time.
So
can we just stay for a couple more hours?
I know.
Have so many things to discuss.
I know, right? So my takeaway actually is the book that Galiya talked about, The Way of the Superior Man. And this is the reason. So I've been married a long time. And when my husband and I got married, we were young. I was 22, he was 23. And we did the very traditional marriage in the regard that I stayed home with the kids. I did not work. And then it kind of evolved into I had to stay home and not work because of situations we had with our daughter. But that was a choice that we made. And it was a choice that went against what all of my friends were doing. Like, even I look back on it, and women that I knew as my kids were going through school, I know that they had those whispers behind my back of, oh, she's the stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? Like this whole, almost like it was a degrading thing. And it's taken me a long time to come to the realization that what I did was actually really hard and just as powerful as what some of my friends that were holding these big corporate jobs did. And I think for me, I'm getting to a point in my life now where I'm okay with the fact that we did that more traditional role. And I wish I could have come to that at a younger age, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. But I'm excited to read this book because I think so much of my husband was raised in a very traditional family. His family's Italian and just kind of that way. And I think for me to read this book would just help me understand him even better, even after, I mean, we've known each other for 30 years, but even after this time, I think it will be a great book for me to read. So I kind of went off the deep end there, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. And one of the things that I always share with couples, especially with the couples that have been together for a while, and I think that's one of the tools that I took away from the trainings. It's just to come up to your partner and ask, how can I love you?
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we're making up how our partners wants us to love them, and it's end up being that this is not what he's expecting. He is expecting for you maybe to leave the room and leave him for 5 minutes by himself.
Yeah. I think a lot of times we think that we should treat them the way that we would want to be treated, right? We think we should do the same thing. Like, oh, I would love to get gifts, so I'll give him gifts, but he could maybe care less about gifts, right? So yeah, no, I agree with you. And it takes time to learn that stuff, but hopefully if you're young and listening to this and learn from us. Learn from us that have been around doing this for a while, right?
Around the block for a little while. Yeah. My takeaway, I have been inspired. So I don't know if Galiya knows, I've kind of been seeing someone for a while, and I'm thinking we want to do a private dance class with Galiya.
You should. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. He would so do that too.
I think he would too.
I'm getting chills. I'm so excited.
He would totally do it. Good. When she talked about that, I'm like, that would be so fun. Nick would never do that. Like, he's like, I have 3 left feet. I mean, maybe he would if I really, really was like, please. But no, yeah. I think Trent would definitely do it. Okay, then Todd.
Another thing, one little trick that usually men come in running to classes with me in private lessons when you say, I heard Galiya, one of these teachers who tell women, you need to let your man lead and just, and you woman relax, close your eyes and trust your man. Then men say, oh, this woman makes sense. Let's go and try it out.
I don't think I'll have to work very hard to convince, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I don't think so either.
Galiya, what's your takeaway from today's show?
Oh my God, my takeaway is just, again, to remember, how brilliant women are out there. And I'm going to cry, hopefully not, that women care, that I'm not alone one who's standing for greatness of women and want to support every single woman with whatever I want, whatever I can, whatever I want.
That too. I mean,
That too. Whatever I can, and it's amazing again that to see your bright eyes and to see how many things you do. And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you're doing. And I wish every single woman who's listening to that to feel at peace, to be loved, to trust, to surrender, and remember how beautiful, gentle, and amazing you are.
Thank you, Galiya. Wow.
That's the end. There we go.
Oh man, what a beautiful show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be with us, Galiya. And thank you to all of our listeners. If you've liked what you've heard, please like us on all the different platforms, subscribe, follow. That really helps us a lot. It helps us to be able to continue doing what we're doing. And if you want to get a hold of Galiya or Allison and I, all of that information will be available in the show notes. And we have to remember to post a link to Galiya's dancing in there too, because she's an amazing, beautiful dancer. So thank you again. And everyone have a magical day.
Have a great day. Bye. Thank you so much.